I'm Jeremy Hohola. Thank you for joining us today at noon. We start in Lakewood with breaking news developing right now. A police shooting happened this morning, prompting investigators there to respond. There are two scenes here, one at 4th and Wadsworth near Walmart there. The second scene is at 6th and Garrison, which is where we find 9 News reporter Lauren Scafidi with the latest. Lauren, what can you tell us?
Jeremy, we really can't confirm much at this hour as this all just unfolded within the last hour, but take a look. It's a pretty active scene here at 6th and Garrison. You can see several rows of caution tape and dozens of Lakewood police officers. Lakewood police posted on social media they were investigating a shooting involving officers at 4th and Wadsworth, which is just a 7-minute drive from here. Then about 10 minutes later, they posted on social media that there was a second scene right here at 6th and Garrison. Officers did tell me that there's a body here on scene, but we cannot confirm any more information at either scene right now. There is a spokesperson here on scene at 6th and Wadsworth, so I am working to talk to him as soon as I can to bring you more information. Live in Lakewood, Lauren Scafidi, 9 News.
All righty, Lauren. If we don't have any information at noon, we'll have more at 4 o'clock today. Now to Parker, where police are on the lookout for a car that might have been involved in an attempted abduction. In just the last 30 minutes, a secure status has been lifted at 5 schools by Parker police. Janelle Fitch is live from Parker with the very latest. Janelle, what can you tell us about that?
Jeremy, kids here at Frontier Elementary School are back outside for recess after that secure status was lifted, like you said, just a half hour ago. Parker police are still looking for the suspect vehicle believed to be involved in attempted abduction here early this morning. Police are searching for a man with gray hair in a black Audi sedan. Parker PD says a Frontier Valley student reported to a staff member that the man approached them here at school just before 9 a.m. The student was not harmed. Secure status at Legend High, Cimarron Middle, Frontier Valley, Iron Horse, and Pioneer Elementary Schools has been lifted at this time. We reached out to the Douglas County School District for more information, and we are currently waiting to hear back. Live in Parker, Janelle Finch, 9 News.
All right, Janelle, thank you for that report. Also this morning, the city of Denver swept a migrant camp in Central Park. The city is citing safety concerns and says the encampment is on private property. This private property is owned by Union Pacific, which is a railroad company. Union Pacific said in a statement it was working to address unsafe and illegal camping activities on their property, especially so close to railroad tracks. The city says it's offered resources, but that it added advocates have been preventing the city from helping. We'll continue to follow this, and we'll have more at 4 o'clock with Tom and Kim. State experts say the man accused of killing 10 people at a grocery store in Boulder 3 years ago was legally sane when the attack happened. The trial against Ahmad Alissa has seen several delays as experts assess whether he is competent to stand trial. He's accused of killing 10 people at the Table Mesa King Soopers in March of 2021. His lawyers say evaluators determined the attack would not have happened if not for his untreated mental illness. But they also found he was legally sane. The suspect's defense wanted to push the trial back to March of 2025. The judge instead delayed it to 1 month. It is scheduled to start on September 2nd. And taking a look around the state right now, from the high country to just outside the 9 News studios, a calmer Wednesday. Joining us now is meteorologist Chris Bianchi. Man, it was blowing past 2 days. Still a little windy this morning, though.
Yeah. In fact, the last 2 days are windiest May days in about 14 years. So it's certainly been a windy stretch for us here across Colorado. Good news is that wind has mostly relaxed, but we are still seeing some snow, some light snowfall for us into the high country, and that snow will continue as we head over the next 24 to maybe 36 hours or so. Let's show you those headlines, though. The wind mostly gone, with that wind, again, notably calmer today, certainly compared to yesterday and the day before. Cloudy and cool for tomorrow, and more mountain snowfall, especially for tomorrow, but we've got a little bit of that light snow up there for today. Those winds, though, that's been our big story for the last, really, again, 2 to 3 days or so. Still a little bit gusty for us here in the foothills, but at the airport, not registering a notable wind gust at this time. That is certainly, I know, music to many of your ears. I keep getting that question. When's the wind over and done with? Well, here you go. A little bit calmer for us for today. Still a bit of a breeze out there, but again, this is small potatoes compared to what we've seen over the last 2 days. Now, the snow, just showing you the Eisenhower Johnson tunnels right now, seeing a little bit of that light snow right now, not nearly as bad as it was yesterday. We were talking about some very, very nasty snow yesterday that kind of snarled traffic on I-70, but we do have another system off to our north. This one moves through later on tonight with a cold front and then some perhaps light rain showers for us in the Denver area, but some more significant mountain snow for us for tomorrow. Meantime, for tonight, we drop back to the upper 30s for us in Denver. Clouds will increase, and those lows for tonight dropping back into the 30s for us in the eastern plains ahead of a cool but cloudy day for tomorrow. I'll have details on that busy forecast for tomorrow. Once again, that's coming up in just a couple minutes.
All right, Chris, we'll see you again. Right now, new developments with protests on the Auraria campus. MSU Denver put out false information blaming protesters for an escalation. It turns out what happened there was actually done by law enforcement, and we've learned 14 protesters have been cited for trespassing. Protesters were outside the MSU Denver Aerospace Engineering and Sciences building. They also held a sit-in inside. Auraria campus released a statement saying the protesters were not authorized to be inside the building and they broke the student code of conduct. Officers gave the students 3 warnings. Then one by one, Auraria campus police and Colorado State Patrol put the protesters in plastic handcuffs and took them around the corner. Protesters say they were identified, fingerprinted, and then cited for trespassing. MSU's president also falsely claimed protesters locked the doors to Tivoli Hall with zip ties. It was actually law enforcement that did that. MSU Denver said the misinformation came to them from campus police. Last night, officers defended their decision to zip tie the doors, saying it was done to keep people from leaving when the building was in a lockdown situation. Protesters were inside at the time. MSU Denver used the misinformation to claim protesters escalated the situation. MSU Denver lately quietly removed that misinformation. After we asked about it, they posted a correction. Today, our governor will continue a tradition that's decades old. Each sitting governor hosts a Holocaust remembrance program with the Anti-Defamation League. 9 News reporter Courtney Yoon is in Temple Emmanuel with all the details.
It all begins at 5:30 today here at Temple Emmanuel. This year is the 43rd annual ADL Governor's Holocaust Remembrance Program. It's meant to be a way for people of all faiths to come together to learn about this terrible crime against humanity. During the program, they will honor Holocaust survivors and remember those who died. Democrat Governor Jared Polis will make some remarks, as well as the Anti-Defamation League. Scott Levin, director of the ADL Mountain States region, says this program is especially necessary. He says cases of anti-Semitism have risen for more than a decade now. This year's keynote speaker is Holocaust survivor Manny Lindenbaum. He was 7 years old when he escaped with his brother one day before World War II began.
Manny was a survivor as a child. His parents actually were able to sneak him out of the country through the kinder transport, and he ended up being in England, where he was raised by a non-Jewish family. And it was through that he was able to survive, and unfortunately his parents and his older sister were not able to do so.
In-person registration for this event is now closed, but you can watch it for free online. We have that link up on our website, 9news.com. In Denver, Courtney Yoon, 9 News.